Hey, what's up, everybody? Copper Lincoln cents, or pre 1983 Lincoln cents. Is copper Lincoln cents the next constitutional silver? Are we going to start seeing huge premiums on copper Lincoln cents? That's what I want to talk about in this video. Quite often I get the urge to go to the bank, buy one or two $25 boxes of face value of Lincoln cents, circulated Lincoln cents, opening them all up, searching through them, pulling out the coppers and the wheats, and hoarding my Lincoln cents. Now, I don't do a whole lot of videos. I have a few videos on the channel about stacking or hoarding copper cents, but I just don't do a whole lot of videos on it because many people don't want to see videos about that. But I think I am going to start increasing the copper Lincoln cent content on this channel, because on occasion, every so often I will get the urge to go to the bank, like I said, pick up some boxes of Lincoln cents, and I am going to start doing that once again. I think, in my opinion, I think the premiums are just going to keep on going up and up and up. But why pay those premiums when you can just go and find them yourself? Now, I believe the prices that we're paying today, if we were to go to eBay or go to your local coin shop or go to a dealer of any kind, you're basically paying for convenience. You're basically paying a convenience charge because it takes, let's face it, I've done it several times. I do it quite often, and it takes a lot of time. Unless you have one of those highly expensive coin sorters where it sorts out the copper cents for you, and they're out there, they're pretty pricey, but you can actually buy machines that will do the sorting for you, and it takes all the time and effort, and it's basically another convenience charge because you don't have to take the time to go through all the Lincoln cents and look at all the dates. And I'm telling you, it takes a lot of time. It's not like going through $50 boxes and looking for silver. That's easy. You look at the edge and you basically know if you have silver. If you see any sort of hit a copper in a $50, put it back in the bag and take it back to the bank. Lincoln cents, you have to look at every Lincoln cents date by date and sort them that way. So it does take a lot more effort with the Lincoln cents, but in my opinion, that effort one day will pay off. Now let's talk about melting copper, Lincoln copper cents, and selling Lincoln copper cents. Right now, you cannot melt copper cents. It's illegal. I believe it's fines and jail time. So no reasonable person, in my opinion, would encourage anybody to melt Lincoln copper cents. Some people say, well, just cross the border, go to Canada and melt your copper cents. To me, that's not even worth it. That's not worth the time, the effort to melt. But it is, in my opinion, worth the time and the effort to go to the bank, spend $25 on a box of Lincoln cents, and just keep them, stack them, hoard them. I believe that is worth it. And we're going to look on eBay and we're going to see how much some of these Lincoln copper cents are selling for. Once again, this is basically convenience. It's basically a convenience charge because you don't have to put the work, time, the effort into doing it yourself. I don't like paying convenience fees. I rather just do it myself. So let's take a look here. $25 face value. So the profit on some of these is not great. I'm not worried about it. I'm not looking to sell them. I'm just looking to hoard the copper Lincoln cents. So here we have $25 face value, $34.99. So the profit is not that great, but there's also a $15.50 shipping fee. $25 face value is pretty heavy. it probably does cost every bit of that $15 to ship it. So this is basically a $10 profit, and I'm not looking for a $10 profit. I'm just looking to find the copper cents and just keep them. I think the long-term outlook of holding copper cents for not very much money, I think your efforts will be rewarded in the future. I think this is the way to go. So as we continue to look down, this one here, 2001 P US Mint. Okay, so that's something totally different. But if we continue to look down, so here's another $25 face value. So that's pretty much the same thing. But then if we keep scrolling, I mean, here people are paying premiums just for getting bank rolled circulated coinage, $22.50 face value, and they're paying $30 plus $12.25 for shipping, when you can just basically walk into the bank and buy a box for $25. Even if you don't want to go through the cents, search them. I know a few people who just buy the boxes and don't even search them and just hold on to $25 in face value, knowing that probably a third of the box is going to be copper cents. So in case you were wondering, if you were going to go through a box of Lincoln cents circulated, how many of them are going to be copper? And it is pretty much going to be approximately a third of the box is going to be copper. It's getting harder and harder to find copper cents every single day. But at the end of the day, you might think, well, this was a wasted effort. But in my opinion, I don't think it's a wasted effort. But when you do compare the copper to the non-copper Lincoln cents, it does appear to have been a bit of a wasted effort. But again, in my opinion, it is not. So there we have that. And then here we have another box. $27 of circulator cents, $27, and then paying again $15 on top of that for something that they could have possibly walked into the bank and bought for $25. Here we have a $50 in face value, a $50 bag of Lincoln. Okay, so these are wheats. Now, it's a lot harder to find wheats. In an average box of circulated copper Lincoln cents, you're going to probably find at the most probably 10 to 12 Lincoln Wheaties per box. So that's why these are a lot more money, is because it's a lot harder to find the Wheaties than it is just finding the 95% copper. Once again, these are wheats. So right now, copper is just not going for a whole lot. But if you look at some of the dealers are charging you $50 just for $10 in face of copper cents. So that's why I hoard the copper cents. Here we have, okay, so those are more Wheaties. And then a lot of people just sell the unsearched rolls, just so that they don't have to take the effort, the additional time to go through them. And people are buying them. Circulated coins, $38. I mean, you can just simply profit just by walking into the bank, buying a box of $25 face value Lincoln cent boxes, and make a few bucks on that. To me, that's not worth it. I rather just go through them, take all the copper out of them, and just hold. Here we have $50 in face for $100. They doubled their money. To me, it's not worth it. I rather just search them, hold them, hoard them, stack them, and just sit on them. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Is the copper cents, is constitutional copper the next junk silver? Thanks everybody for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to everybody on my next video. Thanks everyone.